Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Becky. You can find me on Instagram as @BeckyKnits and on Ravelry as Becky Mundy. If you are joining me for the first time, then welcome and thank you for clicking on my video. And if you are a returning viewer, then welcome back. I dyed my hair again and I really like it. So yeah, I'm pleased with it. And then I went for a bit of a blue theme. Got a blue t-shirt on as well. Yeah. So I'm happy with how it turned out. It needed to be done, something needed to be done, and I went blue. I hope you have all had a lovely couple of weeks since the last time we spoke. I feel like time is just like flying by at the moment and I cannot keep up. It's like almost the end, well, it's like, no, it's early May, isn't it? It's not even almost the end of May, but it feels like it was only just April. And I can't keep up. I have done like a nice pleasant amount of knitting. I've not got like tons and tons of things that I've been working on, but that's quite nice because otherwise I feel like it can be a bit much. So I've got a couple of half finished objects, some progress to show you on a project, and a couple of acquisitions. So let's jump on in, shall we? The first thing I'm going to show you is a kind of surprise project that I started working on a couple of weeks ago. I just randomly decided to cast on a pair of toe-up socks. I usually do not like toe-up socks. I have made them on DPNs in the past and not liked them. And yeah, I literally just picked up this yarn, which is from the Woolly Goodness. Is that right? But yeah, I just, grabbed it and just needed something to work on. Just grabbed this out of my stash, cast on, and just got going. I basically just made a sock backwards. So yeah, didn't follow a pattern, just did what I do, and it was a very, very quick knit. I feel like it was faster than a top-down sock. And yeah, I don't know whether that's because of the stripes. Stripes always seem to go quite quick, but I don't know. This yarn is just so beautiful. I love the stripes. It makes me think of sherbet or like sorbet or something like that. Very summery, but it's so soft. Like, yeah, unbelievably soft. And it's also got, I don't know if you can say, oh yeah, you can a little bit. It's got some sparkle in. And like, other than how pretty it looks with that little bit of sparkle, you wouldn't know. Like, I've worked with sparkly yarns before, or a sparkly yarn before, but it was a commercial sparkly yarn, and this like Stellina was really plasticky, but this is so fine and lovely that you can't tell that it's there. So yes, there we go. That is the first. Oh, I did a fish lips kiss heel because it's just like in my brain. I can do it without much thought. So yeah, and then I did Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off at the top, and I really love them. I haven't got the second one cast on yet, but yeah, my plan this evening is to cast on 2 socks, and then I would like to finish a square in my Game of Crafting blanket, because I got my next lot of yarn and I haven't knit whatever last month was. This was April, so I haven't knit March's yarn yet, and I have received April's yarn, and I haven't finished my second square from February. So I am behind, and it feels much easier to be behind because you get 2 mini skeins a month. But my plan is, yeah, finish that square and cast on 2 socks. because this is like such easy knitting. I knit like the leg at a market last weekend, finished it last weekend, just from sitting behind my stall, and I couldn't knit all the time obviously because I was at a market, so I was like chatting to people and things like that, but it went so fast. So this one needs to be cast on so that I've got plain sock on the go that I can just knit mindlessly, and it'll be even more mindless now that I know like how many stripes and things to do. So I just need this to go and be ready. And then the second half finished object and the second like sock that I need to cast on is this second in my pair of another test knit of my bookshelf socks. That was really badly explained. Yeah, I knit through my pattern again, like alongside my test knitters, just because I had quite a few people doing the medium size, and only a couple of people doing the large, and so I thought, well, a large I could make use of a large, so I thought I'll cast on at the same time, and also needed a couple more samples just without any contrasts. So I just knit this all in one yarn, but here it is. And this is going to be for Andrew. It is his birthday next week. I don't think they're going to be a birthday present. They can be belated birthday present. But there we go. Yeah, and I enjoyed knitting this very much. Again, I like this pattern. It's fun to knit. I don't feel like I can talk about it too much because it is my own pattern, and so obviously I'm going to say good things about it, but yeah, my test knitters have agreed that it is like it's good fun to knit, so that's been really nice that people have said that. So this pattern is, so it's what day is it today? It's Saturday 6th of May, and this pattern is due out in 2 days, so hopefully by the, is that right? Saturday, yeah, tomorrow's Sunday the 7th, so hopefully it will be out on the 8th of May, which I'm really terrified about. I'm worried that I'm going to discover something about sort of selling a pattern that I didn't realise. Everything is ready on Ravelry, but I want to offer it on another platform as well, so I'm looking at PayHip, and I think I've got everything ready, and like I know what I need to say there, but I am worried that something's gonna like jump up at the last minute. So plan for tomorrow is to basically make a draft of my PayHip listing and make sure that everything is going to be okay on Monday, and I'm probably going to just do it first thing in the morning. So if you are wanting to buy my bookshelf socks, then yeah, it'll be like maybe like 9 a.m. Whatever we're in now, BST. Yeah, so excited and so nervous. But there we go. So those are my two half finished objects that I have to show you, but these are the two where I want to cast on the second sock tonight, so that I can get to work on the second of each of these. I'm in a real kind of like second sock rut at the moment. I have finished quite a lot of single socks recently, and then going on the second one has just been really hard. And recently I've been sort of casting on the second sock immediately, even if I just literally get the stitches on the needles and then don't even join it. You know, sometimes I'll try and do like a couple of rounds, but I haven't even been able to do that recently. It's just been, you know, either because I've been finishing them in the evening and then I've been going to bed and have been too tired to cast on, or like in the case of this one, I was at a market, so once I'd sort of, I think I actually like cast off most of the stitches by the end of the market, and then I had like 4 stitches left on the needles, which I had to sort of like hold in a very delicate way and pop in my bag so that they didn't fall off the needles, and then had to finish casting off when I got home, and then was like, I'm too tired to finish, like to cast on a second sock. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling a bit about that, but yeah, want to cast on the other 2 socks for these tonight. So that's that. Pop those down there. Next, the only other thing I've really worked on, I worked a little bit on my Game of Crafting blanket, but not enough to show you. I'll wait until I've got a few more squares. I think I talk about it every week and don't show it to you because I'm like, it's boring right now. Not much has happened since the last time you saw it. Not a huge amount has happened on this since the last time you saw it, but I think I have added maybe 8 or so rows, or rounds, I guess. So it is growing, and I am still really, really loving it. I have, I kind of got into my head that it wasn't like fully kind of mindless knitting, but I've kind of gotten the hang of the thimble now, and that has definitely, even with having to, I think I mentioned a couple of episodes ago that the problem with the thimble is that because I'm using, one of my yarns I'm changing every round, I have to like untangle that and then rethread it. So, but now the rounds are getting a bit longer, it feels like it's worth it. Like in those early rounds when they're quite short, I don't think it would have been worth using the thimble, because I'd have just been spending more time like threading it up than I would have been actually knitting around. But now that the rounds are getting long, definitely making it much quicker to get round around. So yeah, really enjoying that. I've got, how many have I got left? 2, 4, 6, 8 more colours left to go, and then I will have used all the colours twice, and it will be time to tip them all back in the bag, mix them all up again and go again. I've still got plenty. This is still the first skein of my like main colour, I guess. Still got plenty of this, so I'm not worried, I don't think. She says, concerned. If this is the first time you're watching me, or you haven't seen this project before, I am knitting the Sea Glass Tea by Wool and Pine Designs, and I'm using 2 skeins of my hand-dyed yarn. I'm not a yarn dyer, but I have dyed yarn. So I dyed up this pretty autumnal colourway last year, and then the minis that I'm using as my like contrasting colour are my A Homespun House advent calendar from 2022. So that's what I am using. So that's in there, living in my coffee and yarn cakes bag. This is a really great size. It may be technically a little bit small, but I don't mind, I love it. There we go. I just love the little moon, like, is it pull? I think it's a progress keeper. It could be, or you could use it as a progress keeper, but I love it as just a zip pull. So yeah, so that's what I've been working on mostly. Yeah, socks and my sea glass tea. Yeah, I've kind of been, we've had quite a busy couple of weeks, I think. I feel like we must have done, because I haven't had much time to knit. I've been getting ready for markets and yeah, various other things. So, and we've had like strike days and for school and, you know, bank holidays all over the place. So it's just not been our normal routine. So yeah, knitting time has been a little bit lower, and like at night time I've been a bit more tired. Aiden's bedtime, my eldest's bedtime, seems to be getting a bit later and later, which is fine because it's nice to have a little bit of time with just him after his little brother goes to bed. But it does then obviously cut into the time when I can just sit and do whatever I want to do. But there we go. So that is it for knitting sort of things that I'm working on. I have got a couple of acquisitions. The first one that I'm going to show you I actually bought today. I went to a local makers market, one that I have traded with, but I wasn't trading with today. But I still did a bit of shopping. So I picked up a project bag. I don't know if it's designed to be a project bag, but I love it. It's a good shape for project bag, sort of wedge shape, and it's got these great rainbows on. I like the fabric. It's kind of like a woven heavy cotton kind of fabric, and it's like nice. It's not white in the background, it's just kind of like creamy brown. It's from the Handmade Magpie, and then it's also got this like really great colourful fabric inside. And in here is my these were living in this project bag along with my bookshelf socks, but I have now moved these socks into my new project bag. So there we have it. Yeah, perfect size for socks. So that's that one. Love that. And then next acquisition, I am going to show you my Gamer Crafting video game landscape club for April. So if you have not received yours, or if you haven't seen yours and you don't want to be spoiled, then look away now because I am going to show the yarn. So this one is Tomb Raider and this one is Pokemon Red. So yeah. Okay, I have put them down. You are safe to look back. I will not be showing them again. So yeah, I'm still really like excited and happy that I've signed up for this club. I just need to get on and knit the squares, but hopefully my plan for this evening will be successful and I'll be able to get on and finish a square. So they're so quick to knit. I think it's just because every other round is different. There's like a plain round and then every other round is an increase with like lace work and things. I don't know if it's considered lace work. There are yarn overs. Yeah. So and because it's getting bigger, it's always different. So it does take a little bit of concentration, but not so much that it's really an issue. But I think in my head, it's just like this big sort of deal where I have to concentrate really hard. But it's not that bad. So yeah, I just need to get on and do it. I've also got a couple of books to show you, and I've just realised that I've left one over there, so bear with me a moment. I have to untangle myself from the tripod now. I went into Oxfam Books. We've got a really good Oxfam Books in Norwich. And I went in there and just perused. I think I had a couple of hours in the city without any children, so I could actually like look around shops and not rush. I have like there are a couple of shops that I go into with the children and I have like a list of things that I'm kind of looking out for, like, you know, charity shops and things, and so I can't go in and really properly look. But if I find myself in those shops, then it's like, okay, well, I'm looking for a particular book, or like, you know, a knick-knack or something that I'm wanting, and I sort of like scan the shop for it, and if I don't see it, then it's like, right, let's leave. But so it was really nice to be able to go in and like actually just browse books for a little while. And I picked up 4 books that I've seen on my Instagram. So first 2 are by Colleen Hoover, who's an author that I have read before. I've read 2 of her books, I think. Definitely read Verity. And I think I read another one, but I can't remember. Maybe I haven't, maybe I've just read Verity. But anyway, so I picked up November 9. Don't know if it's 9th or whether it is 9, but November 9. And Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I really, really enjoyed Verity. It was like, there was some, but it was so good. It was the real page turner. I think I read it in like 2 days. So when I spotted these, I was like, yeah, definitely want to pick those up. The next one I have not heard of, The Midnight House. And it just sounded interesting. It's one of these kind of, I don't know if it's going to be like back and forth from like the past to now. I quite like those kind of books where you get like one chapter is from the past, and then you getting like something from the present, and they're kind of linked. It looks like actually it's all taking place like mostly in the present, but yeah, so that one just sounded really interesting. I like the phrase that people disappear, secrets remain. So we'll see. And then last but not least, it's Who We Are by Christine Webber. Again, I've not heard of the author before and not heard the book before, so it just sounded really interesting. It's about friendship, kindness and identity, and it just piqued my interest, so I picked it up as well. So my TBR pile groweth ever onwards. Doesn't make any sense, but yeah, I'm enjoying reading again at the moment. I'm not doing loads and loads of reading, but I am getting a little bit of reading done. We're trying to get into the habit of like reading in bed before we go to sleep, and it's been really nice. I think I've been sleeping better because we're not staring at the TV or staring at our phones right before we go to sleep. So yeah, at the moment I am reading The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, we just kind of were like, hey, let's go and read in bed. Oh my god. And I just had to grab something off the bookshelf, and I've been meaning to read it for a while and never have, and then I thought, well, I might as well just, you know, start it, and I can always pick something else tomorrow if I don't like it. But I'm really, really enjoying it. It is just pretty feel good, I think, you know. It's just a nice book. I can see why people really like it, so yeah, I'm enjoying that. Would recommend if you're into like romance. So yeah, I was gonna say something else, but I can't remember what. That was a thump, but that's it. That's what I'm reading at the moment. Normally I read like a couple of books. I'll have like a physical book, a Kindle book and an audio book. But I'm kind of reading a Kindle book, but not really. I wouldn't say I was really like in it yet. I think I've maybe a chapter in or two. I can't remember what it was called. The Black Witch, maybe. I feel like maybe the Black Witch. And I'm enjoying it, but something about it isn't. I think I've got it on my Kindle app on my iPad, but I don't think it's on my actual Kindle. And I can only read on my iPad for like short periods of time, otherwise it makes my head hurt. So yeah, my Kindle doesn't have any battery. So I think that's why I'm not really getting that much reading done on there. So yeah, and I am listening to an audiobook, but it's on my phone and I can't talk to you about it. I think it's called A Family Affair, or The Family Affair. And again, it's just another sort of like romancy book, which I'm just enjoying. So I've kind of just recently discovered listening to audiobooks in the car. I don't get a lot of time where I'm in the car on my own. And the kind of books that I like to read or like to listen to are not the kind of books that I would want to listen to with my children, because they're like, I like things like high fantasy or romance, and so either it's going to be like completely over the kid's head if it's like the high fantasy, or it's going to be really inappropriate, or in the case of things like A Court of Thorns and Roses, it's going to be a little bit of both. So I don't listen to audiobooks when the children are in the car, but yeah, most of the time that I'm in the car, the children are also in the car. But recently I've had a couple of times where I have been in the car on my own, so I've been listening to an audiobook while I've been driving, and it's been quite pleasant. So yeah, I'm back into audiobooks, I think, but I have got so many to get through on Audible. I'm trying to be good and not sign up again for another membership and then end up with even more audiobooks, because I usually save my credits until they do like the 2-for-1 deals, which means I then get, you know, twice as many books. And sometimes it can be a couple of months before they do that. And so I could have like 2 or 3 credits, and then I'll just buy, you know, 4 or 6 books. And yeah, so the library gets full very quickly. I think that's it for that kind of stuff. And I don't have an awful lot of life stuff to update you on, really. What did we do last weekend? I don't know, just things. I had a craft fair last weekend, which was really nice. And then on the Sunday, I think I was working in the morning, and then we did something else in the afternoon. Then the Monday, Andrew took the boys swimming. And then it was just, you know, a normal week. Oh, well, Tuesday was a strike day, teacher strike. So Aidan was at home and we didn't do much. And then, yeah, and then we just had like a fairly ordinary rest of the week. Andrew took yesterday off because I'm probably going to be starting a new job in the next couple of weeks. And so I will be working on Friday, and Friday was like a day when we would like go out for a lunch date or something because both the children were out. So he took the day off so that we could just sort of spend a bit of time together before I start my new job. So yeah, and then today we went into the city for the Makers Festival. Not the Makers Festival, the Makers Market. And then we went to a street party for the coronation, although not for the coronation. It was because it was a pub that my parents really like. And it was quite fun. It was, you know, it was an excuse for a street party, really. That was, you know, I think they had the coronation on in the pub, but most people were sitting outside not talking about the coronation. It was just good fun, and the food was really, really good. So there was that. Yep. Tomorrow, so tonight Aiden's having a sleepover at my parents', which is nice. So it's just Rory at home, which is, yeah, and it's nighttime now, evening. So I'm kind of doing a late vlog, late podcast. But speaking of vlogs, I have started up a new channel. I've been kind of humming and hawing about this for a little while, and I decided that I would give it a go, and I'll just be putting out like probably kind of like, you know, one video at the end of every week, just with like whatever footage I get. Not every week, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it every week, but just when I have footage, do that kind of thing. And because I quite enjoy, a couple of years ago I did Vlogmas, and I really enjoyed doing that, so it would be nice to do some of those kind of things. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful, or her vlogging channel, This Little Wonderful Life, and really enjoying it. And she's kind of like, I don't know, made me kind of appreciate some of the more sort of like normal things that we do. When I say that, I feel like it sounds really negative. Like, I just really enjoy watching her doing the things that she does every day. Like, you know, she's just vlogging her day, whatever that is, and it is interesting to watch, and it's nice to hear her sort of like chatting about her plans for the garden and things like that, without every day needing to be something big and, you know, dramatic or anything like that. It's just a nice vlog to watch. It's just relaxing. Because I like her, and I like Homespun House for the same reason. It's like they just show you what they're doing, and it's just little snippets of their day, and it's just nice. It just makes you appreciate that, like, yeah, I don't know, your day doesn't have to contain all of these like crazy wild things in order to be interesting. So yeah, but I'll leave a link to that down below if you're interested in watching a vlog occasionally. Then you can do. Yeah, the link will be down below. I have vlogged a little bit this week, so, or well, the first two vlogs are going to be like weird because I had some footage from last weekend and then a little bit of footage from this week, earlier this week, which kind of like made up enough time to be a vlog. So then I vlogged, I think that went out Thursday, so then yesterday I vlogged, or I vlogged Thursday. Yeah, I vlogged Thursday and yesterday, and I vlogged a bit today, and I'll vlog a bit tomorrow. And then, so that will be a vlog, but then from then on I will try to have it run like Monday to Sunday. So even though I'm not going to do every week, but the idea is the vlogs go out on a Monday, because I'm going to call it It's a Monday vlog. Monday. So they're going to go out on a Monday, whatever they may be. So yeah, there we go. Okay, I can feel myself like getting really tired now. I need to go and have a drink and cast on my socks and knit on my square. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I feel like this was a bit of a lightning episode. Normally I chat for like an hour and cut it down to 40 minutes, but I've not even hit the 40-minute mark. But yeah, I just didn't have so much to talk about today. And yeah, tired. So tired. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.